Merry Christmas, everyone. So how many of y'all decided to ask for a white Christmas? Yeah, as you see, we got a lot of it. And yeah, we got pretty much a lot of snow. I didn't feel like shoveling today, though. The dogs got, as you was able to see, my dogs got to enjoy it. Me, myself, I stuck my foot in my mouth and I told them, hey, we're going to go for a ride. You want to go bye-byes? Yeah. Their ears just went, phew, and they were ready to go. Mind you, we wasn't quite ready to go, but when we were there for so long, they let us know it was time to go, so we took them for a ride, let them enjoy some scenery out, we want to do a little Christmas drive with the dogs. Because I've been promising them anyways to take them for a ride. Today was the day. Plus, we had fun with them out in the yard, and they were out there playing and running. I was playing with them somewhat till my feet got cold, of course. But anyway, we figured we'd come here, wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and we wanted to share what we were doing up to date. Last time we left off, it was with the cabinets. We kind of covered that. Now we have you noticed anything different? These chairs used to be, as my wife would put it, ugly. Well, we took the same paint that we use to paint the cabinets, which is chalk paint, and we diluted it with some water. And this was the dye job, I call it, that we were able to do to the chairs. And as we kept doing them, and they started looking better and better and better, and it was actually the look we were looking for, depending on how you look at it. You look at it in the dark, it's a black. You look at it during the day, it's like a bluish black. Same thing with the cabinets. It's weird. It's a weird black. It's chalk. If you look at a chalkboard, it's the same way. It's not black. It's a bluish black. So these have 3 coats each, and if you don't do them right, they turn out being nice and rough. And these are real nice because I scrubbed them with a brush and loosened all the paint that we put on here. I mean, these things turned out real nice. For what it costs to do them, quart of that paint's $40. And if you water it down, you get a nice, you gotta excuse me, I got sinus issues. But anyways, if you water it down, your first one, you want to soak your material down a little bit so your first coat will catch pretty quick and it's nice and wet. And your second coat, your second and third coat, you want to be able to mix a little bit of water and paint together because it comes out, there's more paint than there is water, but it waters it down enough to where it'll penetrate through the material and there's more color so it'll cover more. That's how I did mine. First one was light coat, got the seat real nice and wet. And we put that first coat on there, we let it dry for a little bit, then I came back and I mixed in a can some black paint and some water. You don't want it too watery because it'll be just like the first coat. So anyways, I did the last 2 coats with that and it covered real nice. It made it look very, very nice. I'm happy with it. My wife's happy with it. It was her idea, of course. I do what she tells me to do. That's all I can do. And then she decides she wants to dye that curtain. Well, that curtain used to be like a off-white on one side and a beige on the other. Well, she decided to take the heck was that thing?
Tote?
A tote? Yeah, a tote. She decided to take a tote. We dipped the curtain in there, and instead of coming up with black, we came out with platinum. Well, that's the only curtain that turned out good enough for her. So I said, I'll tell you what, we'll leave that color, which it looks pretty good with the black, and then we'll do the 2 side ones in black. So we'll show you that when we get to that point. So this is like a platinum. You really can't tell. It looks like gray. But if you're out here looking at it in person, it looks like a platinum color. It's not gray. So that's what we turned out with that, and I kind of like it.
I like it too.
It throws it off. Everything just a certain color really doesn't match too well. Anyway, we wound up doing these fellas. These were the same color as those captain chairs, and they were, as my wife calls it, hideous, ugly. She didn't like them. So I did the same process on these. These I took a little different approach to them because I found it that if you mix your paint properly, you can do all your coats with the more paint than water, and it covers faster, and you get the same amount of paint every time you do it. If you follow the formula. You didn't follow it, did you?
Almost.
You see the camera jiggled a little bit? My wife forgot we had steps there. But anyway, I just got done with these. We offsetted the side panels. I painted the little bullets or nubs that they call here that hides the screws to hold them in. I painted these with spray paint. It came out real nice. I did it to both seats. Kind of threw that out there a little bit because too much black is too much black. We got a lot of black in here. We got to kind of offset it. So we're pretty much finished with these. We have the table that we have to do. Oh yes. My next project. We were trying to figure out what we're going to go with as far as the color of the floor. My wife started out with black, and she decided to change her mind for the last minute. I don't know why. Don't ask me. That's how she does things. But she decided to go with white. Yes, white floor.
Because
I
it's
said,
beautiful.
are you nuts? And then when I kind of saw where she was going at with all this, because if I put this next to here, I can imagine how bright it's going to make the area look with all the black. And she had a point. Of course, you know, she's going to have running rugs going through here and all that stuff. I already know how she thinks. So she decided to go white. She decided to go with, this is a vinyl panel, rubber backing, and they snap together. These things, they snap into place, and you have to buy tools to install them. This is made by, who was this?
Life proof.
Life Proof, and these are vinyl panels, waterproof. It's
Scratch proof.
Yeah, scratch proof, because we got the big dogs. You know, you can't damage them intentionally. You know, if you don't want to. But I don't plan on being in this motorhome too much, you know. So I think they'll last pretty much a long time with us. I told them we're going to have to actually invest in a small vacuum cleaner just to vacuum this thing out, because we have dogs, of course, you know. But yeah, we did. We got all the flooring here. That stuff ain't cheap, I got to tell you. The next thing we tried to figure out what we were going to do with the hinges. Well, we're going to paint them black. Well, too much black. So I decided, we bought the color of the refrigerator. We wanted to do it, and then I pictured. I said, "Wow, that's going to be loud." I didn't want loud. I didn't want no loud. So we were at Home Depot the other day. I said, "Babe," I said, "let's go see if we can find a color for the hinges." And we got this soft ironed color. I mean, against the black, against this black, let me see the spot where, I'll show you up here. Against the black, it looks perfect. It gives you the iron look of the hinges, and it's not too loud. It's perfect. The handles are going to be the same. It just costs a can of paint, and it beats a whole bunch of money on hinges and stuff like that. And we've looked for hinges and a proper look, and we just didn't like what we see. And myself, I go for, if it ain't broke, figure out a way to reuse them, or use them for your benefit. And hinges are easy to paint. Rust-Oleum makes the paint for this stuff, and when you paint these, they don't look like a smooth look. It's like a crinkle look, like an irony look. So it pretty went what I was looking for in hinges and the look for the doors. So pretty much that's where we're at right now. I have to sand the doors, paint the doors, that kind of stuff, and finish a couple more balances. I did couple the balances. My wife ordered brand new curtains that'll be here when?
Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday the curtains will be here, and I suppose she's going black and white with the curtains. And somehow or another, I have to indoctrinate that we're going to put lights behind, white lights behind the balances so we can turn them on. Because my wife is making the reflectors, and they're going to have art on them, and she wants to do like an art gallery scene, when we do use them. We'll show you a video if, that ever happens. I'm trying to stay warm. But, she says, nah, fat chance, not all the time. I said, okay, well, I can live with not all the time. But mostly I want summer. But yeah, that's what we're going to do, and I got to figure out how to run my wiring. I don't like exposed wires, so I got a pet peeve with that. So I got to figure out how I'm going to run my wiring, because everything's got to go to a switch separate, and I don't like messing with electronic stuff like that, doing stuff halfway, because it creates problems. So that's going to take me a little bit to figure it out. But with that being said, we figured we'd show you a little bit on, what we've been doing in the holiday season, and we will be back soon with some more for you, okay? So have a safe holiday, and God bless everyone.